Dancing, time travel, displacement, Swayze. Mambo, Sambo, ballroom, Swayze. Batiste, Castro, Kennedy, Swayze. Welcome to You've Got Mails. Swayze.
I did not, in fact, have the time of my life, and/or I owe it all to you. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Welcome to You Got Mails, everybody.
They got lazy with Swayze.
I'm Jason. I'm here with CJ.
I just came up with that, actually.
Welcome to You've Got Mails. We're trading in the abortions for a revolution.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights. 2004? I don't know. I usually write down the year. I didn't even care.
Wow, you didn't even care.
Didn't even care.
2005, 4.
I think it was 4.
Sure.
Doesn't even matter.
Sure,
Nobody
it was
cares.
4.
This movie was set in 1958. This is a prequel to Dirty Dancing. This is part of the Dirty Dancing universe.
With an older Swayze.
Yeah, he's not playing the same character. At least I don't think. He's not credited as him.
I got theories. I got ideas.
Oh, shit, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. What did you know anything about this movie? What, had you seen it before?
The only thing I want to know about this movie is how much does it cost to buy the naming rights to another movie?
So it's kind of an interesting story if you don't know already, or if you looked into it. And let me look, because I was saving this for my last calls, but it's too good not to talk about. This movie was actually based on the real life experience of a producer, Joanne Jansen, who lived in Cuba as a 15-year-old, 1958 and 59. That's why when this movie starts, it says, like, based on true events, which, yes, there was a revolution in Cuba, and yes, this woman lived there for a year. I think that's probably about...
That's where it stops.
As based on true events.
She didn't come in and white savior her ass through a entire Latin music or dancing competition.
She's the fucking female Tyler Gage. So anyway, this was based on hers. The screenplay was written by an NPR host, Peter Segal.
Oh, no shit. Okay. Yeah, I've listened to a lot of things.
Screenplay was written by him, which he titled Cuba Mine, was about a young American woman who witnessed the Cuban Revolution and had a romance with a young Cuban revolutionary. The screenplay was to be a serious political romance story documenting, among other stories, how the Cuban Revolution transformed from idealism to terror. We didn't get any of that shit in this movie at all.
I felt scared.
The screenplay was commissioned in 92 by Lawrence Bender, who was actually becoming like kind of a big name in Hollywood because he produced Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay.
So like this was meant to be like a serious, like dramatic piece, right?
I could see it.
So he bought the rights to it. The screenplay was bought by a film studio who requested several rewrites before deciding not to produce the film. A decade later, Bender, the producer, was asked to make a Dirty Dancing sequel, and he had this script lying around, and he was like, okay, like I could probably work this into a Dirty Dancing.
Get a little chocolate in my Cuba, a little peanut butter in my American woman.
Throw some dancing into this. The film was very loosely adapted from Segal's script. Not a single line from his original screenplay appears in the final film. And Segal says it only remains of the political theme that existed is a scene wherein some people are executed. I don't remember seeing people executed in this movie, so I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Yeah, not at all. Somebody almost is executed, but that works out well for everybody.
I mean, I get the feeling a lot of people are executed off screen in this movie. Like when the cops come and round everybody up, like they're probably not making it, but...
Actually, the only really cool scene in this movie, I thought, was when he's like, you don't know what they're singing about.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if this movie was missing anything, it was a few public executions. I feel like that could have helped.
Yet again, I'm going to talk to this later. I got theories. I got ideas.
Shit, is this your chick flick to a dick flick?
Oh, yeah. We might be going to the same place here.
I don't know. Mine's pretty good. All right, let's get to the end of this bullshit. Let's start talking about this movie. God damn it, if this movie didn't just, like...
crib everything directly from the original?
So many similarities. So this movie starts out with a voiceover with our, female protagonist, our baby, if you will. In this movie, she's Katie.
Katie, baby.
Given, like, a voiceover in a car ride with her parents and sister, just like the original. But in this one, she's talking about how...
No, but this one, her sister's kind of bratty and younger.
Yeah, the other one.
Wait, yeah.
Well, the other one, the sister's older, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there is.
See,
They
bratty and older.
They didn't steal everything. But she's talking about how, up until like a week ago, she was reading Jane Austen and thinking about college, and then all of a sudden her parents were like, "We're moving to Cuba in a week." And we find out that her dad, played by John Slattery, who I love, he actually was a shining
I do like him.
star in this.
He's got a very distinct look.
He does. He's from Mad Men and Howard Stark, in the Marvel movies. He works for Ford, so they're moving there to work for Ford.
Oh, that's right.
Because Cuba, they had all making all the cars there, and she's just talking about she wasn't really excited about the move, but she's gonna give it a go. Like, what are you gonna do? Your parents are moving to Cuba. You can't stay behind. She's a high school age girl.
Yeah.
And she talks about how it's a big deal for her dad because he's getting this promotion at work, and like the sister can adapt like to anything, and mom doesn't care because she just gets to live the rich life.
Yeah, like, is this a better? I guess it is a pretty decent life considering you're now going to live at a resort.
Yeah, I mean they live in a hotel, right?
You have people waiting on you hand and foot. Like it is. Yeah, it seems like it's a half decent life as long as you don't like peer over the fence at the Cuba that's burning down during the revolution.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know enough about any of this history to like know what was going on at this time, because
I know a little bit about this, but the guy that was in charge of Cuba,
Batista,
is basically selling off pretty much anything that can make profit to the Americans. This is the way that America worked for 60 or so years, and all of South America was, hey, let's put somebody in charge that's loyal to us, and then have them strip mine their country.
Okay.
So this is what the revolution's about. And this is why they're not really, like, the people from Ford aren't really looked highly upon.
Yeah, right.
Because they show up with a ton of money, so they get to throw their weight around.
Yeah, and
but they're also there to strip mine.
Yeah, it's made reference to that they just come in and give all their money to the criminals that are, like, executing people, like the revolutionaries. But Castro, not a good guy, right? Like, but everybody seems pretty excited about Castro taking over.
I mean, he's not a great guy in the fact of, the murdering, things like that. But also, like, we kind of won in that situation, so we get to frame him however we wanted to.
Okay.
So there's a lot of nuance there.
Okay. History's not my forte. But we find out, there is, like, when they get to the hotel and they check in, there's, like, murmurings of a revolution, like, happening, under the surface of what's going on.
Which is awesome fucking poolside banter is what's going on.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the sister is hanging out with like a group of there are other kids that like the parents work for Ford, so they're all like rich, entitled D-bags, right? And there's like January Jones, who's also from Mad Men, much like John Slattery.
Also one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Last Man on Earth.
Oh yeah. So she's there. With the sister, and they're kind of like the mean girls. Like Katie comes out dressed like pretty conservatively. She's got like a sweater on. They're in Cuba. It's got to be like 90 degrees. She's wearing a sweater, like a long skirt. They're all sitting poolside in bikinis. And then there's this other guy named James who sees the sister, sees Katie come out, and he's kind of like interested in her, when he sees her. And she comes over, and like James is being like nice to her to a degree, but you can kind of tell he's going to be a slime ball. Like you can tell.
Oh, absolutely! Look at his hair.
Yeah,
he's got like the slicked back hair. Yeah.
And January Jones's character is giving her a hard time about the way she's dressed, talking about aren't you a little hot wearing the sweater? She takes the sweater off. A waiter comes over and spills like a whole tray of drinks on all the rich kids. And January Jones busts out.
Like Katie bumps him on accident.
Oh, does she bump him?
She does actually bump him.
Okay. And January Jones like calls him a racial slur.
Yeah, just in case you were wondering if she was okay down. No,
not okay.
Yeah. She goes like full fucking Clint Eastwood on this guy.
Yeah. So he gets all, he apologizes and gathers everything up and takes it away. And this turns out to be Diego Luna, the Andor.
Yeah,
from
man.
Rogue One.
We got what is his name? Cassian
Andor.
Cassian Andor.
Yeah. But he walks over and he's getting like kind of dressed down by his manager, and Katie goes over and apologizes and lets the guy know, hey, I spilled the drinks, I'd like to pay for him. and she tries to apologize to him for, the girl using the slur, and he's just kind of like, you didn't say it. Like, why are you apologizing? It's not your fault. He's kind of cold to her.
Matter of fact, you just being here talking to me is getting me in more trouble.
Yeah. So, but he's a little short with her, and that's kind of like the first interaction they have together. His name is Javier. It ends up being Javier. We see her sitting around with her dad, and they're watching old home movies. Mom and dad, they used to be ballroom dancers, like good, like from everything you can tell, like good ballroom dancers.
Enough that they were going to use film to capture them.
Yeah,
like they have video back then. That was, I mean, you only really filmed fucking presidents getting shot and like the really important stuff. Like go back and look for a Super Bowl from that time. They didn't film that.
Were there? When was the first? I don't even know. Like I said, not a history guy. But she's like, it's just like a little like interaction with her and the dad. And she's just kind of saying, I'm sorry, wasn't handling the move well. And he's understanding about it. And he's a nice dad. Like, I like him in this. He's a
oh yeah. It's just like the first one, man. They're really,
he's no Jerry Orbach, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
They're really leaning on the idea that the parents are decent people. I do like one major change that they come up on around here.
What's that?
Is that she can already dance. Like she's a trained not trained dancer, but she has dancing skills.
She has like classical dance. She can ballroom dance. She can foxtrot.
But she's not showing up like Baby, where she got 2 left feet and 7 hours later she's winning competitions.
Yeah, but there's some pretty awkward dancing in this from her. We see her in school in her classroom, and she has school with James, and she's like reading a passage from a book, and the teacher asks a question and she answers it like very, very eloquently, and everybody kind of just notices that, she is like a very intelligent.
Yeah, she's
girl.
Trying hard to get into college.
Yeah, she's very like she's book smart, very book smart. So after class, James actually stops in and offers her a ride home, and she declines, and he asks her if she'll come out Saturday night for a party at the country club, and he tells her, he's like, he likes that she's smart. He says, a lot of people, they don't show it, they hide it. And he's like, you're proud about it and you show it off, and I like that. And she's like kind of reluctant at first.
I like looking at your big brains.
He's reluctant at first, or she's reluctant at first. He kind of talks her into it, and she agrees to go on this date with him
at the country club, where they basically all live anyway.
No, I think the country club's a separate place from the hotel. I believe so. That's the way they make it sound. She misses her van ride back to the hotel when she comes out. She goes to come out, and the one girl's like, okay, that's everybody, we can go. Like,
January Jones just bails on her.
Knowing that it's her. So she basically could have killed this girl, because now she has to walk through Cuba alone and has no idea where she's going.
I mean, they couldn't make her look more like bait in this situation. Like, she's this tiny little white girl in like a sheltered dress and blonde hair,
carrying like a stack of books.
Yeah.
And she's walking through the streets, and there's guys like catcalling her and getting up and starting to follow her.
She literally looks like, for the second week in a row, I'm going to reference Men in Black.
Like the Egger suits.
No, yeah, the little girl that the target practice little girl.
Oh yeah,
with the blonde hair and the books in her arms.
Yeah. But she's walking through like the streets of Cuba, and she comes across like this little park with a big fountain, and there's music playing, and they're having like a dance party like in the middle of the day in this park, and she sees Javier, the waiter from the hotel, dancing with a bunch of people, and this guy's moving. He's a lot of pelvic thrusts going on, and she's seeing this, and she's like, okay, I'm digging this. He sees her seeing him, and then he stops dancing and walks over to her and asks her what she's doing, where she's going, and she tells him, I missed my bus. I've been walking for like an hour, completely lost, doesn't know where she's at. And he offers to walk her home, and she's like, no. And he's like, no, like seriously, you've been walking around for an hour. It's gonna be like nighttime by the time you get back.
Yeah.
Let's get you off the streets and get you back to your hotel. So he's very nice. Like, he carries her bag for her. He's very polite. Like, they have like this nice little conversation. She talks about how she's never seen dancing like that, and she likes it. They come across this little band playing on the street, like these guys sitting out in the stoop playing like the guitar.
This is what I was talking about. Yeah.
And he's kind of like singing along, and she's looking, and then
she's enamored right off the top. Like, she likes this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And this group is singing, and all of a sudden there's sirens and there's police, and they come and they start snatching people up and like arresting people and like dragging them away. And she says to him, like, well, I don't understand. Like, they were just singing. And he's like, yeah, but you don't know what they were singing about. So
Yeah.
these people were like,
I saw Andor in this moment.
Yeah.
Like, it was very cool the way he says it.
yeah. And, these guys are obviously like pro Castro and like singing about the revolution. And Batista is no freedom of speech. They're cracking down on all this, like trying to stop the revolution from happening.
And I like this as it's one of the few like authentic songs in this. I was excited because I don't know a lot about Cuban music.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, we get to hear some traditional Cuban music.
No, you just get to hear a bunch of Shakira.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of Shakira.
And I was like, this does not fit in, man. Like, I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but it was blatant every time.
Yeah.
Like, beats come in and you can tell the difference between like an actual drum beat and a beat machine. Like, they're throwing in beats.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I love the original Dirty Dancing. I gave it a 5. Part of it was the music. I mean, the soundtrack to that movie is so good. And I talked about in that episode that the woman that wrote that came up with the soundtrack first and then like wrote the movie. I mean, she cared about the music. Like,
and even that shoehorned in some more contemporary songs to the time, but they didn't feel as painfully forced. Like,
no, not
you
at
could
all.
tell that whoever reps Shakira was paying money to get her music into this.
But she gets home and her mom's waiting for her, and says she was worried about her, and she just says, missed my bus, and she doesn't tell her anything about what she saw, and actually Javier ends up with her backpack because when they get separated, he like tells her to get out of there because he's like basically getting drug away by the cops too, almost like he's like fighting through the crowd.
Oh, how was your day at school, honey? I watched a band be executed.
Yeah. But, the mom asks about her book bag. And she's like, oh, I left it at school. It was heavy. And I had to walk home. So I didn't want to, bring it. We see her like the next day in front of a mirror trying to do the Latin dancing that she saw before. And this is what I said. She's very awkward when it comes to like her hips don't move.
Yes.
Like she's very like stiff and statuesque. And it's like the ballroom dance thing.
She's a regimented dancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Javier walks in and catches her because they're at the hotel where he works. And he says to her, like, why are you looking in the mirror? And she's like, well, I'm trying to see what I'm doing. And he's like, no, you don't. It doesn't matter. You got to feel the music. You got to get into it. You got to feel it. And he says, why don't you come down to this club, this Latin club, Saturday night and see some real dancers? And she says she can't because she's going to the country club. And Javier's like kind of like, oh, okay, like rich white girl. Like, I see.
Here's your decision.
Yeah. The mom like finds out that she's going to the country club and she's all excited because, she thinks she's going to be dating this boy.
Yeah, little Hitler Youth guy is like, he's the talk of the town.
Yeah, well, it's because like that's...
I mean, he's not like Hitler Youth, but he just, you know what I mean, slicked back hair.
Yeah.
Pearly white skin. Everybody loves him and he wears fucking short shorts all the time. Yeah.
That's her dad's boss's son.
Yeah.
So, like, this is also, like, a power move for the family. Like, okay, if our daughter dates their son...
Oh, shit, this has more to do with Jane Austen than I would have thought.
It has nothing to do with Jane
They were
Austen.
really working this out.
Nothing at all. But mom's excited that, she's going to be dating this young, handsome man who happens to be the son of the boss. She's trying to find like a dress to wear, and her maid comes in, Yolanda, and she's asking her like, "Does this dress like make you look like a square?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's a pretty bad dress." She's like, "Here, come with me."
She has to explain to her what square means, and she's immediately like, "Oh yeah, that's
absolutely,
square."
that's a terrible dress. So she ends up taking her and giving her like this really like form-fitting, like red, like fiery Latin kind of dress.
Oh hell yeah, she does.
Yeah. She gets dropped off at the country club, and then this like January Jones's character, who before was talking about what a prude she was because she's wearing like all the frumpy clothes and a sweater at the pool and everything. She shows up in this like super tight form-fitting dress, and she's like, "Oh, how dare she? Like, why was she dressed like that?" And I'm like,
she has it out for her no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they're showing here.
Exactly. But
it's great because like even the old guys in the background are like looking over, like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I didn't notice that.
Earl, come here.
But after she dances with James for a while, and after the party's winding down, January Jones's character is like, "Oh, we're all going to go back to this girl's house and have a mojito party. Her parents are out of town." And she says, "No, you know what? Actually, James and I are going to go to this Cuban club, the same place that Javier invited her
We
to.
got invited to a dance orgy.
Yeah, and James is just like, all right, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm just going to go wherever you want to go. That's fine.
Yeah. till I can get you alone.
And then they walk into this club and they do not fit in like at all.
Let me ask you, have I asked you this before? Like, you ever walk into a bar where you're like, oh shit, this is not the right bar?
We've had this talk on like an old episode before.
Yeah, that's what this was. It made me think of that. Was just like if I'd have walked into that bar, I'd have been like, I don't think I'm welcome here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And if somebody starts treating me like I'm welcome, there's going to be 2 more people that are just going to reinforce that I'm not.
But Katie comes in and she's just enamored with the dance, and like this place is like pure sex too. Like,
this is where I actually wrote orgy dance, just like in the first Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, it's like when she walks into the staff quarters and everybody's just sweating all over each other and like bumping and grinding.
And to pull it back to last week, remember what I said during the dance? I was like, you can smell this room.
Yo, you can smell this
You
one
can smell
too.
this room too, but I don't think I minded as much. Like, this had that. We talked about this in New Orleans, where it's like 95 degrees with full humidity every day.
Yeah.
Like, there's no beating it. You're just going to stink and be nasty and sweaty.
Yeah.
Everybody else doesn't matter who's standing next to you.
Yeah.
And that's how it looks here. It's just people are like, fuck it, let's go with it.
Yeah.
Like, drink some water because we're going to sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're using that sweat as lubricant to just slide all over each other's
They really
bodies.
are. It's like a human standing slip and slide in that place.
It's like fucking people just shooting across the floor. But Javier's out there like getting on the dance floor, and he catches a glimpse of Katie, and she walks over, and he actually asks James, like, would you mind if I dance with your date? And James is like, well, I mean, you have to ask her. Probably not thinking that she would say yes, because he probably assumes that she's racist like the rest of them. And she's like, okay, yeah. And like,
look, it's a whole room of people that'll serve me drinks.
Yeah. So she goes out on the dance floor, and like they're dancing, and you see James like over at the bar, like kind of scowling.
I will say this. Given what goes on here in a few minutes when they leave, because he is a douchebag. Mm-hmm. But up at this point, I was kind of like, she is on a date with him.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be a little upset. Like, this is a shitty move.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I'm going to take you to another club. And maybe this hits too close to home. Because, like, I'm sure I've been in this situation before. But it's like, hey, let's go to this other place so that I could be with this other guy.
Yeah, it is shitty. But I mean, they telegraph it from the minute you see this guy that you're not supposed to like him. I don't know how they do it.
At this point, like, nothing's happened yet. But you are like, yeah, I don't
you
like
knew
this
something
guy.
was going to happen. But up until this point, though, he's like, he's very nice to her. He compliments her on her intelligence. He takes her to a nice dance. When she asks him to just out of nowhere go to like a Cuban club, he's like, sure, let's go. Like, whatever. Yeah. When the guy asks to dance with her, he's not like a dick about it. He's like, I mean, ask her if she wants to, sure.
Yeah.
But we find out like this guy's a piece of shit. But up until that point, whatever they did to make me hate this guy from the minute I saw him.
Yeah, like I wrote right here, this is a little shitty of her. And then immediately the next line is, oh, he's pretty shitty too.
But as he's sitting at the bar, like he gets surrounded by like about 5 Cuban guys. And they're all just kind of like intimidating him.
They're the revolutionaries,
man.
man.
And I was like, oh shit, James is in trouble. We find out that one of them is Javier's brother, Carlos. He says to him, he's like, oh, I see my brother out there dancing with your date or something like that, giving him a hard time. This is how we find this out. We see more of Katie and Javier on the dance floor, and there's a couple there that he calls the king and queen of this club. And whenever they dance, like everybody stops, and they like make a circle, and it's just this one couple, and
they make it sound real important for people that you never see again.
Yeah, right. They're really good. Well, I mean, it plays a part later, I guess,
a little bit.
And she says, Katie says to Javier, like, you're just as good a dancer as they are. Like, you could be out there doing that. Katie and Javier walk over to meet up with James, and like he sees he's surrounded by all these guys and his brother, and he kind of gets into it with his brother about politics because his brother is a revolutionary. Like he's one of these guys, like he's doing a lot behind the scenes. They don't really go into a lot about it, but you can tell like he's delivering medicine places. Like he rolls with a crew. Mm-hmm. He tries to assassinate someone later, and James is like, okay, this is probably a good time for us to like get the fuck out of here.
You're in a room.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and use this as my way to get out because I was probably about to get beaten up by 5 Cubans. He gets Katie out in the car, reaches over, locks the door, and then starts trying to make out with her. And of course, as we assume, James is not the kind of guy to take no for an answer. And he gets a little rough, and she ends up like pushing him off and getting out of the car. And she walks back into the club. And Javier sees her and can tell that something went wrong.
Yeah, her dress is all ripped up.
Yeah, and Javier's like ready to whoop some ass.
That's a rental too, man.
Yeah, Yolanda's gonna be pissed.
The way people sweat in this town, that dress was probably already pretty wrecked.
Yeah, when you lend somebody your clothes, you don't expect them back. I wouldn't think. But he offers to take her home, so he walks her back to the hotel, but like right to the edge, because he tells her, the staff isn't supposed to mingle with the guests, and I can't have anybody inside see you, so I'm gonna just like leave you here. The sister Susie and January Jones are in like a little cabana with a tent, like a curtain, and they peek out and see them together, and nothing happens. Like they don't kiss goodbye or anything. He just like basically thank you for
right here. That's a firm handshake.
Yeah, he gives her a handshake. He's like, thank you for the lovely evening, and he walks away. Like it's very much just like matter of fact.
Like he's just being a decent guy. He's like, you are definitely like you left that club and was almost raped 20 seconds later. Like you need somebody to escort you home, please.
Yeah. Although the bad thing was she was almost raped by like a guy from the fucking country club in the hotel. It's not like
makes sense.
It's not like it was some guy on the street. Like
he was a pretty entitled asshole.
Yeah, she's safer on the street. Next day, she's like walking through the halls of the hotel, and there's like a Latin dance class. Patrick Swayze teaching the class.
He is, man.
I mean, I gotta say, like, when I saw him, when they first show him, you see him in a mirror from like her perspective from out in the hallway, and the guy looks fucking good.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, at first I was like, what kind of CGI magic did they use on Patrick Swayze? Like they CGI'd this guy to look like, because I thought he was playing the same character.
Yeah, they didn't have that technology back then.
No, 2004 they totally did.
No, they looked like fucking Gumby when they were done.
When did The Crow come out?
Did they do that in The Crow?
Well, because after Brandon Lee died, they had more scenes to film, and they put his face over top of somebody else's in like a few scenes.
Oh, but that was like quick action stuff.
Well, Patrick Swayze's dancing like a motherfucker. Like he's dancing fast and spinning around.
They didn't have what's her name in this.
When did Jurassic Park come out? They made me believe in dinosaurs. They could have made me believe Patrick Swayze was still 20-something. But once they get like a little closer in, like you can tell he's aged. But like, guy looks fucking good.
Oh yeah, and this is when he was sick too, wasn't it?
I don't know when he passed. I think it was a lot later than 2004.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I'm doing something I hate doing, but I'm pulling up the Google.
Google it, find out. But yeah, so she like sees him like teaching people how to dance, and he just grabs her up and like starts dancing with her. And there's like a flyer on the table for
2009.
Okay, so he was still around for like 5 more years after this. There's a flyer on a table, and he's saying like to all the people that he's been training, he's like, who's going to enter this contest? There's like a Latin ballroom contest going on at this place called the Palace, which is like
calling
a big
all
club.
white saviors.
Well, except like the people he's teaching all seem like they're local, and like the people in the contest all seem local.
I mean, he's playing the same character, but
he's credited as dance instructor.
Yes,
because he can't be the same character.
Because they can't put a name on him and make him a different character, but they can't have him be the same character because technically this is 3 years older and he's 20 years old.
Yeah, unless he's got the fucking Benjamin Buttons disease and he's aging in reverse.
But like the same vibe, the same actions. He's a dance instructor at a resort. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, but it's in Cuba. Like, I mean, he was in the Catskills 5 years later.
It ended with them leaving the Catskills. Probably died in a lake somewhere, but this is where he went afterwards.
No, before. He was in Cuba before, and then he went to the Catskills. Right. Yeah, this is a prequel. Like 5 years before the events of Dirty Dancing.
This just keeps playing into my chick flick to a dick flick.
So, James sees her outside, and he's trying to apologize to her, and he says, if you're looking for that waiter, like he's been fired, your sister and Lois. The only time I actually wrote her name down, January Jones's character Lois saw her last night, and they told the management, and Javier's been fired. She finds the sister and like lays into her, and talks about how she needs to have her own mind because she's like fitting in with these cool kids and like just being a dick
because she's a follower.
Yeah,
you got to dance yourself to freedom.
So she goes looking for Javier. She goes to his house and meets his mom. And mom thinks he's still at work, so she doesn't know. Mom says, "Oh, he's working." The brother comes out, and he knows that like he's been fired. So she tells him, like, I know a way that we can make some money. Like, I've got a way for us to make some money. So
the brother's like, he's already making money.
yeah,
Like,
right.
he's employed by that revolution.
Takes her to see him, and he's working in like a chop shop now.
Yeah.
Like they're stealing cars and tearing them down.
It'd have been better if he was kind of dancing around while he was like doing his work. Like there's just a good song and a little Shakira playing on the radio there, and he's just booty dancing around, chopping up cars.
Like it was 1958. Like they could have used some good older music. They don't use any like period specific music in this. I don't
very,
think.
very, very little.
Yeah.
Like when the guys are singing on the street. That's about it.
Like missed opportunity. But she tells him about the dance contest, that the grand prize is like $5,000 and a trip to America. She's like, we can get you out of here. Like, let me white save you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I don't know if they'll even let me in it. And she's like, no, like I'll be in it. Like, I need a partner. I'm like, you know how to Latin dance. I know how to ballroom dance. We'll help each other out. He goes home and we see like a glimpse of Javier's like shitty home life. Like they definitely have like way too many mouths to feed. The brother is more focused on the revolution. Like he's leaving to take like boxes of medicine to like the revolution instead of staying home and helping the family.
Yeah.
And he thinks about it and he's like, yeah, I need this money and I need to get out of here and like a better life for my family. So she goes and she gets him. And yeah, this is where we find out like it's Latin ballroom. So like he doesn't know how to ballroom dance. She doesn't know how to Latin dance. They're going to help each other.
It's perfect.
It's beautiful.
Kismet. This is the part that's based on a true story, right?
I don't know. I think it's just the fact that this woman stayed a year in Cuba is all it was. We get a few montages in this movie. None of them that great. But we get like the first montage of them training together, and it's all intercut with a few scenes. She gets James to cover for her. She tells him like, you're going to cover for me. And he's like, why? She says, because if you don't, I'm going to tell everybody what you did to me in the car or what you tried to do to me in the car.
And he actually fucking heals, man. He's like, all right.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Whatever you need me to do for the rest of this movie, man. We got another 45 minutes here. Let's do it.
Yeah, so whenever she's hanging out with Javier and practicing, it's under the guise that she's out with James. Mom is asking about James. She tries to give her like an awkward birds and the bees conversation.
How did you get the birds and the bees conversation?
I never did.
No? You just figured it out?
Parents never sat me down and had that talk.
First girlfriend was just like, no, not there.
Come on now. What about you?
I asked my mom about it, and at the time, like there was a TV in the room that I was sleeping in, and she kind of just like stomped through in the middle of the night, turned on Cinemax, and went back to bed.
What?
Yeah, man, I learned the right way.
But you learned from fucking Emmanuel in Space.
Pretty much,
man.
man.
The Red Shoe Diaries.
I learned what to watch on TV after midnight for the next 14 years.
That's not what Mom does. Mom just tries to awkwardly tell her about the birds and the bees, and it doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
We see that like she's at the Latin club again with Javier, and that's where they're kind of practicing their dancing. And he's trying to like move her hips, and like he's getting touchy feely, but it's not like in a James kind of way. It's more like I need you to like loosen up your hips and like move with the music and dance.
Yes.
And she doesn't like it, and she walks away, or she's kind of like pushes his hands away. So he just like turns around and grabs a different girl and starts dancing with her right in front of her, and she ends up walking away.
They have like a great line right here is he says to her like, I wasn't trying to win a contest, and she's like, weren't you? Like talking about like between him and James.
Yeah. But he says to her, he's like, he says that he thinks that she's afraid to let him lead her. Like she won't let him lead the dance. The next day she's at the hotel and she's going into like the little dance studio area, I think to practice. And she walks in and there's just the sweatiest Swayze you've ever seen. This guy's just dancing by himself in front of a mirror.
Still couldn't save it.
No, he couldn't. And she's like venting to him about, not being able to like feel the music and feel the dance, and how like her partner is like trying to lead her and she can't let him. And it's Dance Sensei. He's like the Yoda in this movie. He's like he's barely in it, but when he is, he's like speaking words of wisdom.
He's actually in it a lot more than I would have thought. I thought that they would just tossed him in for a quick scene.
It's like an enhanced cameo. He has like about 3 scenes, but actually's got like some lines of dialogue. It's a little meatier part than what I would have expected.
But you're right. He like Miyagi's her.
Yeah, and he tells her, you gotta let your partner work through your fear. And then he grabs her and they have like a big dance in the studio. He's like trying to help her out a little bit, like teach her how to dance and show her some things. And I was just grossed out because I was like, he's so sweaty. And like she just got there, like she's all clean. Like I wouldn't.
Everybody is, man.
But I wouldn't. I couldn't have danced with sweaty Swayze. I couldn't
it's
have
like
done it.
It's like a whole movie of people that look like they just got out of a Diddy party.
Oh God. She goes and she
timely jokes.
She goes and she finds Javier and she tells her like she is afraid and that she wants him to help her loosen up a little bit. So we see him like another like scene that I felt like was ripped off. I mean, it was ripped off.
They go to the water.
Yeah, they're in the water dancing.
In the water dancing.
And he talks to her about how Latin dance is about being free and finding out like who you want to be and being who you want to be.
And this is when I realized like this girl, she's now been in Cuba for, a couple weeks. She's been out dancing every day. She's been running around with Javier. She is still the pearliest white that I've ever seen a human being. She would have skin cancer by now and she'd be dead.
Yeah, we don't see her outside a lot. And when she is out, she's like at night.
Like at the beach right here. And like take it as somebody like when I hit the beach, I pretty much mix SPF like 150 with cardboard pulp and shove it all over my body. Like I will die if I'm in the sun that long. She's way whiter than me. Like she is in danger.
She is. See this movie, just not realistic at all.
No, not at all.
But then after they do their like dancing in the water, he tells her a little bit about his we get a little backstory on Javier, and he tells her about how his father was like the cops came to their door one night and just took him away, and they assume they killed him, but they've never found a body. Like they don't know what happened to this guy's dad.
Scary.
He was part of the revolution, so they just fucking snatched him up one day and he's gone. And now Javier's taking care of his whole family, and one day like some girl that his brother had slept with had a baby, and she came home and just like dropped the baby on the doorstep and was like, I'm out. So now he's like, and like the brother's not helping at all. So he's
just as much as the son is a danger to her. This kid could die of stress at any moment.
Yeah,
like,
he is
really carrying some shit.
Yeah, like he's taking care of like 3 or 4 kids. His mom, like the deadbeat brother's not helping out.
They're like, is dad really a revolutionary? He's like, he's just a guy that liked to read a lot.
Yeah. Then they go back to the garage where Javier's chopping up cars, and they have a big sheet hung up, and they're watching. I guess she brought the home movies of her mom and dad dancing, and they're watching those in the garage. And Javier comments on like how much like they look like they're into each other and how they really feel each other. And he's like, that's what we need. And they get up and they start dancing in front of the curtain. It's getting real sexy, which is weird because like your mom and dad are on the screen right behind you.
Yeah.
You're like making outdoor and home movies. It's a weird thing. Thankfully, the brother shows up with like his gang of revolutionary hooligans, and they're all carrying boxes in. And he's like, he kind of breaks up the party and tells Javier he needs them to go grab some stuff. She goes home and dad's waiting up, and he can kind of tell like something's going on, but she's just like, no, I was just out with James. And he just accepts it, but you can tell he's like, no, there's more going on here.
You're way too sunburnt to be out there.
Yeah, and then like they just like really smooth over the whole sister being a brat thing. Like she goes in and she says she's sorry about Javier getting fired, and the sister again is like, you gotta think for yourself, be your own person. And the next thing you know, like the sister's in all the montages now. Like she's dancing with them. Like she's learning how to dance. It's the night of the contest, and they're at dinner. Like Katie and her family are at dinner, and she has plans to go out with James. Not really, but that's like the plan. And then Dad's like, oh, I have a surprise for all of us. We're all going to the palace for dinner. There's like a Latin ballroom dance competition going on, and so this kind of like fucks up the plans a little bit. And they take James and like James's mom and dad, and they're all going for dinner together.
Yeah. This is the impress the boss situation.
Yeah. So they all get there and they're all sitting at the dinner table, and you see Javier's backstage, like in a suit, waiting to get ready to go out and dance, and Katie's not there yet. And at first I thought she was going to stand him up, and I was really kind of freaking out about it. This was like the first time in this movie I had some feelings. I was like, oh no, you can't, like, this is Javier's ticket out. Like, don't fuck him over. And she's like, excuse me.
Damn you, white devil.
Yeah, she's like, excuse me, I have to get up and use the restroom. And like she goes and she meets him backstage, and I like this part because they're sitting at the dinner table, and mom's like, where is Katie? And the little sister's like, just wait. Like you're gonna see her in a minute. Like she knows exactly what's going on. And they all come out to dance, and they kill it. Like they crush it. Like I thought it was going to be weird because the mom and dad were there. They never even like acknowledge the fact that they're there. They just like, she doesn't tell Javier they're there.
Well, they sexy ass dance, and it's great because James's parents are like clutching the pearls this whole time. So they're kind of playing off of his parents, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like, I did like this scene because the mom and dad are watching, and you can tell that they're like shocked, and they're probably like, oh fuck, like this is my boss and like his wife, and like they're not into this, but they're also at the same time watching their daughter dance really well, and like you can tell they're proud, especially the dad. Like he's kind of like smiling and kind of like enjoying it, even though he's not supposed to be. And then even James is there, and James is just watching. He's kind of smiling, like yeah. And I think this is the last time we see James. After this, James just disappears.
Yeah, well, he's played his part.
Yeah, we don't need him to cover anymore, so he's just gone. And we never see January Jones again either. Like those two just fuck off for the rest of the movie.
Maybe they get killed in the revolution.
Maybe. And they announce the winners. It's like the first like however many couples dancing all together. And then they're going to pick 3 to go on to the finals. And they make it. Like, they moved on to the finals, which is in a week. They get back to the hotel, and Mom's actually pissed. It was kind of hard to tell what Mom's deal was at first. And she's upset.
Oh, she gives her the 5-finger shut up.
Oh, she does.
She slaps the shit out of her.
She really does. Katie is like, the mom's... Well, first of all, the mom's like, how do you know this boy's not using you? Like, you're just like this American girl. You're his meal ticket out of here. She's like, no, that's not it. I love dancing with Javier. And the mom's like, well, what about school? And she's like, why can't I have both? I don't have to give up on my passion just because you did. Because Mom quit dancing when she had the kids. And Mom fucking snaps out and just slaps her across the face. Didn't see this coming. Yeah, she Rick James her. So what did the 5 fingers say to the face? And just cracks her. Katie runs off like she's gone. She goes to Javier's place. Javier's not there, and she's just hanging out with the mom. Then we see Katie's mom and dad talking on like a balcony at the hotel, and dad's kind of like, you love dancing. She's into it. Like they're kind of smoothing things over. Yeah. Katie wakes up on a couch at Javier's place, and he's there reading a book, just like kind of sitting over her, waiting for her to get up.
Drops another. She's just like, "What's that cool book?" And he's like, "One of the last books that my dad had. It's the only one they didn't burn." Yeah. And I'm just like, Jesus, dude.
She tells Javier that, if they don't win the contest, she's not going to go to college in 5 months or whatever. She's going to stay with him. And he tells her, like, I don't want you to give up on your dreams because of me. And she says, I have new dreams. Like, my new dream is to help you take care of these 5 children and your mother. And it's like live in this rundown apartment.
That doesn't lead to animosity later in life.
No. She goes home. Dad's there and he hugs her. And then Mom's there, and Mom actually like...
This is Christmas morning, right?
No, yeah, I guess it would be. It was either... Or she came home that night. So the dance-off was Christmas Eve. So I'm not sure if she came home that night or the next morning.
But this is like...
But they're hanging ornaments on the tree.
Yeah, and Mom is... Did you see what she's wearing?
No, Mom's always wearing
dressed like a porn star from a Christmas-themed porn.
What?
Yeah, like this is a really wild dress.
I thought she was just wearing she's always just wearing like 50s era dresses. I didn't notice it being
this one's a bit more revealing.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Like as soon as she came out, I was like, I feel feeling.
I didn't even notice. But she's like helping her hang ornaments, and she says to her like about the dance, and you think she's gonna like say something disapproving, and she's like, I think I would do a double turn, and Katie's like, oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Mom's on board now. Great. A week later, so New Year's Eve, they go to the dance off, the finals. Javier gets to meet the parents. They have the finals. We find out it's going to be like one couple at a time as opposed to everybody dancing all at once like the first one. So the first 2 go on. Katie and Javier are last. And they start dancing. They're out there doing their thing. And then Javier notices, like, a waiter spills drinks again.
Yeah. There's, like, the Fight Club waiters rolling through the crowd.
Yeah, and he looks up, and it's, like, his brother disguised as a waiter and a bunch of other guys.
I didn't see this coming. This was my original chick flick to a dick flick.
Really?
Is the revolution interrupts the movie.
Oh.
And, boy, they fumbled that plot right here.
The revolution was of no importance to the people that made this movie whatsoever.
No, not at all. Neither was Cuban music. But...
No, yeah. But we find out, like, somebody's like, oh my God, he's got a gun. And then, like, a gunshot goes off and the cops all rush the waiters. Javier had a gun.
It's an action movie.
They were trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Then Javier and Carlos escape separately, and, like, Katie and her family run off. And they get outside, and Carlos says, like, I was trying to kill the guy that killed my dad, our dad.
Yeah.
And they get into like a big argument. And at one point, like, Carlos tells Javier that dad would be disappointed in him, and Javier kind of snaps and like attacks him. But then this gets brushed over real quick and like simply like fixed, because like Javier lets him go and he goes to walk away, and Carlos is like, I really miss him. I just really miss him. And he's like, yeah, I do too. And then they're like, okay, we're friends.
Almost assassinated a mobster over it.
Yeah, and then he thanks Javier for like helping him out of that situation, and like for everything else he's done for the family. Like, he's been taking care of everybody. So they're fine now. Everything's good.
Everything's great.
And then we see people marching through the streets, and they hear all this noise, and they go out, and there's like this big parade.
Yeah, they deposed fucking Batista. It's like that night.
Yeah, Batista's gone, and they're all happy because the revolution finally happens. They're all happy, and they're marching with everybody. We find out that Batista's fled the country. Katie goes and finds Javier, and they have some like revolution sex. Like,
Yeah, they do.
Castro's in power. Let's get it on. So they get down for the evening.
I love in the post clarity this guy has, where he's just like, now we got to break up. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, it is immediately. She's like, can you just not be inside me when you do it? And he's like, no, thought I should just pull the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, well, what happens is like they're in bed, and he's like, now that the revolution has happened, my brother's always said, like, once Castro's in power, he's going to kick out all the Yankees. And he's like, you're probably going to have to leave. And she's like, you can come with me. And he's like, I got 5 kids and my mom and like everybody to take care of. Like, you can't just. She's like, we'll send for them later. And he's like, no, I can't do that. That's not how any of this works.
It's the right move, though, because they're, in 2 years, they're going to close the border for 60 years.
Yeah, but he's like, I can't leave everybody behind. So she goes home, and when she gets back to the hotel, mom's packing bags. Like, her and dad are getting the fuck out of Cuba.
See,
like,
they know they're not welcome.
Yeah, they see what's going on.
They weren't welcome at the beginning of the movie, but now they know it's a dangerous situation.
Yeah, but she knows things are pretty much over now because she has to leave Cuba. And she's in her bedroom crying, and mom comes in. They have like a nice little heart-to-heart. And mom tells you, I know you're hurting. Like, you just got to kind of like work through it, And so she goes back to Javier just to say goodbye. Like, she goes and says she's going to miss him. And she says, I'm taking you with me. And he says, I'm going to keep a part of you here with me. And then there's like a voiceover basically just saying that, like, Javier always said like the Latin dance was like finding out who you really were. And she said she realized that, the time she was dancing with him, she was becoming the woman she wanted to be. And then the final night in Cuba, they were the king and the queen of the club, and then now it's those two dancing in the middle.
Yeah, mom and dad are there. Like, the whole cast is at the club for some
Swayze
reason.
might be there.
Yeah.
I know at one point he was like, I think he was at the dance competition. Like, they
cut over to him, and he's like giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, it had to have been shot. Like, I don't think he was ever on set. Like, it might have been they might have CGI'd him into the crowd. I'm not sure, but he's like over there nodding. And then she says, like, even though like I didn't know when I was going to see Javier again, but I knew this wasn't going to be our last dance. And then it just ends. It probably was their last dance because that guy wasn't getting out of Cuba for the next 60 years. So
no,
unless he like floated over on a raft.
At least not to America.
No, and that's the movie.
That was the whole thing, man.
That's it. A tight hour and 26 minutes with credits.
Yeah.
So I mean,
felt longer.
That was a plus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any grand gestures, CJ? Flowers for this thing?
Yeah, I definitely. I spoke about the idea that this is a true story. We already talked about that. I thought it was funny as real friend of the podcast, Liam from Fright Pub, who's often me, you, and him have a group chat. I'm just gonna blow him up on here. Normally, I ask people before I quote them, but he always talks about, like, if it starts with based on a true story, the movie's probably hot trash.
Yeah. Well, this is based on true events. Like, there's a difference, and I've heard them talk about that on Fright Pub before, where based on a true story and based on real events is like different. Where like based on real events is basically, like I said, yes, there was a revolution. Yes, this woman lived there for a year. None of this other shit fucking happened.
Yeah, this is not true.
But it was just like, it was basically like if we made a movie that started out with us in the basement doing a podcast, and then one of us got abducted by aliens, We could be like, based on true events. Because, yeah, we sit in this fucking basement on a couch sometimes and we talk. But none of that shit happened. But you can throw that in front of a movie because, yeah, we hang out in here and talk about shit.
Another big shout out to him for referring to you when he was listening to you talk about one shots last week, referring to you as a cinema fuckboy.
A cinephile. Cinephile
fuckboy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I like that shit.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Thanks, Liam.
Yeah. I have a little something here for you. I'm going to start naming some names. Celia Cruz, Gloria Estefan, Silvio Rodriguez, Company Segundo, Rita Marley, La Lupa. I mean, this list goes on and on. These are some of the better and most famous musicians from Cuba.
Okay.
You know who wasn't from Cuba?
Shakira,
Jennifer Lopez. Any of the motherfucking musicians they had in this movie, none of them. So this was just somebody being like, I don't know, they're brown. Put them in there. Like, we can make some money, right?
Jesus.
Like, the company's going to pay us to put these songs in here. Doesn't matter what race they really are.
Yeah.
Shove them in there.
Yeah.
Like, you could have put a little Gloria Estefan in here. She could have made the new age Time of Your Life.
Yeah.
Would have been awesome.
There was. Did you notice there is like an instrumental, like Cuban version of that song in this? For like a split
it goes
second.
through the whole movie.
Yeah.
They do like couple notes here and there where you're like, is that time of my life? As soon as you realize that it's over. But yeah, I mean, they could have, I think they could have tried a little harder. This felt like it was a cash grab. Oh,
100%. Well, like I said, it wasn't even supposed to be a Dirty Dancing movie. It was just, it's one of those things where like they asked for a sequel to something, and it happens all the time where you hear like, this was supposed to be this movie, but it didn't work out. They couldn't get the rights, so they turned it into this movie, and they just changed a bunch of shit. That's all. I mean,
that's what's that movie? District 9 was supposed to be the Halo video game movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you look at it, you're like, oh, everything in this is like the models from that game. So yeah, it's just, if they wouldn't have put the name Dirty Dancing, if this was just Havana Nights, it would have been an even worse movie. But like, people would have realized it faster.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, there had been a lot of people that went to see this just based on the name alone, and were sorely disappointed. I don't really have much. Mine's actually a downer. The girl that plays Katie was actually, her name is Romola Garai. She's a British actress. This was her first movie, and I don't know the name. Can't say I've ever seen anything else. I didn't look at her IMDb to see what else she's done since this. But I do know that she said that like filming this movie, her first experience was terrible, and it made her question her decision to be an actress.
Wow.
One of the main reasons this movie was produced by Miramax, for her audition, she had to meet with Harvey Weinstein, who had her come to his hotel room, where he met with her wearing just a bathrobe and made her feel very uncomfortable. And so, fuck Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like, it's a downer, but like that was the only like thing that I read that I was like, oh, that's.
Let me just go ahead and turn this off of comedy podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Straight into true crime.
I'm sorry, everybody. Let's chick flick it to a dick flick it.
Fuck. I think you know where I'm going with this. Right?
Tell me.
Okay. We talked about this a little earlier, but let's recap. Patrick Swayze. This is 1958. Okay. Dirty Dancing takes place in 62. It's before.
It's like 5 years difference. So this takes place 5 years before.
In which he's a 27-year-old man playing a 19-year-old man in 1962, and this he is.
No, in Dirty Dancing, he was playing a 25-year-old.
That's right.
Because it was a creepy. Weird. Yeah, it was because then Baby was like 17.
So, and in this, he's a now 48-year-old man.
But he would have been 20.
3 years earlier. So what I'm saying is, like, anybody listening at home, it's confusing as hell. What else is super confusing? Time travel movies. Yeah, because he's a fucking time traveler. And you know who sent him back? The strategic team encompassing professional urban performers, a.k.a. the Step Up Initiative.
Yes.
Okay, so
I know at the end of Dirty Dancing, he was frozen and then woke up in the present day. And he was teamed up with Tyler Gage.
That's right. Yeah. So they've sent him back in time, which explains why he's now 45 years old.
Yes.
So he comes back, and in this movie, they win the contest. They are going to America. And he realizes, like, he comes up to, like, this is not a recruitment. They're not recruiting people. Javier is a fucking sleeper agent.
Oh, boy.
He's coming to kill the president.
Oh.
It does actually happen a few years later.
Yeah.
So this is he is a revolutionary sleeper agent. Maybe he's brainwashed or something like the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But he did recruit her so that he could get to America. And so originally what was supposed to happen was the revolution was supposed to keep him there and keep him from murdering, JFK.
Yeah.
But now we got Swayze's got to murder him.
Wow.
To get him out of the picture. So it's not a recruitment, man. He's the bad guy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was going deep on this one. But then they realize because it's just ordained to happen no matter what they do to stop JFK from getting murdered, it happens.
Yeah. Wow. It's convoluted.
Yeah, but I'm going.
And it's confusing.
Hey, man.
And I love every second of it.
I'm writing an entire Step Up extended universe.
I love it.
The Step Up initiative is real.
Yeah, I fucking love it. All right, mine is so I'm just cranking up like the political intrigue because like this movie was set like the revolution should have played more of a major role in this.
During
right?
one of the most exciting fucking times in Cuban history.
Yeah, they fucking
not exciting in a good way, but exciting.
No, yeah, but so we made reference to earlier. Javier's telling Katie about his family and about how his dad was like taken away from their home, and then they never saw him again, never found the body. Well, this was all just like a elaborate plan to embed his father into the upper class, like the rich community. So they came in, they snatched him up, they kidnapped him, did some like crazy plastic surgery on him. Now he's fucking Patrick Swayze.
Oh shit!
Right. So his dad is actually Patrick Swayze, and he's infiltrated this like rich community as a dance instructor because he is trying to get. I don't know why, it doesn't make any fucking sense, but neither did this movie. He's trying to get this rich white girl into this contest because it's gonna like get everybody's eyes off of what's going on in the crowd onto like what they're doing, so that they can try to assassinate this guy, right? And start the revolution, like kickstart the revolution.
No shit.
So it works, but then Patrick Swayze has to get out of town because fuck, he just started a revolution. Now everybody's after him. So then he flees the country. He goes to America, moves to the Catskills, starts teaching dance there, falls in love with this woman named Baby. There you go.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of on the same thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
yeah.
both of them, Katie basically gets used.
Yeah, and we never see her again.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not. And they both revolve around the most important person in this movie, Patrick Swayze.
That's right.
Okay. Crazy for Swayze, baby.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's Nicolas Cage it.
He's Swayze. Why the fuck
No!
not? Come on, let's
You
do it.
can't.
Come on. How much better would it have been
What about Javier's
if
older
she
brother?
looked in and he was like dancing in a thing and you're like, oh shit, it's Swayze. And it turns around it's fucking Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but then there's no
And he's
Patrick
just like, come
Swayze.
over here and dance with me, little girl.
I hate to take Swayze out of anything. I mean,
No, he didn't need to be in this.
no. Well, you're doing him a favor, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I
get
kind of
out
like
of
him as the older brother, like the much older brother. Like
Yeah.
he just shows up, like help me carry these boxes.
I do like that, actually.
Yeah, I think
Do
you
we
do.
have, I mean, off topic here, but do we have any more Swayze movies on the list? Is Overboard? Is that a romance movie?
That's Kurt Russell. So
Does Overboard have Patrick Swayze in it at all?
no, it doesn't. I'm
Son of a bitch.
gonna have to look. There probably are more like romantic movies with Swayze. I'm gonna look at his IMDb and figure it
Okay.
out. We got to get more Swayze on the list.
Yeah,
I feel like.
absolutely. I never was a big fan of him until we started doing this, and now I'm like, this guy's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm right. Mine, I decided to connect John Slattery, who plays the dad. Like we said,
Yes.
Mad Men, Howard Stark from the Avengers. He was in the movie Traffic,
Oh, great movie.
which also stars Catherine Zeta-Jones,
And a little bit of Cuba.
who is in Entrapment
Yes.
with Sean Connery.
Yes.
Who was in The Rock,
Love it.
which also stars Nicolas Cage. That's how I did it. Let's rate it.
Is one too low? 1.25. I'm going to go 1.25.
Okay.
We get a little extra bump for the Swayze.
Yeah.
I like the fact that she knew how to dance already, so that didn't blow me away the whole time. I'm not but really it like loses a ton of points for no Cuban music. You're expecting something there. Like I as somebody that will go to concerts of bands that I've never even fucking heard of before,
yeah.
just to be like, maybe I'll hear something new. Maybe I'll hear something, and it happens once in a while. This movie, I did not hear anything new. Nothing wrong with Shakira. She's cool.
Yeah.
But she's not Cuban.
No.
Yeah, like 1.25. I don't think I'm going higher than that on this.
Okay. This is controversial, I feel like. I'm going to say 2.
2.
2.
Okay.
I first of all, movie's an hour and 26 minutes. Love that. And it didn't seem long to me. It flowed pretty good. For as basic as this movie is, and like, I guess the best thing I can say is this movie, it ain't hurting anybody. Like it's just okay. Like the dancing is good. I like the dancing. I like the two leads. I didn't dislike them. I thought they did chemistry. I like the mom and dad. It's just a real like basic ass movie. Like nothing. It's not.
See, I didn't feel the chemistry at all. I liked him a lot more than her.
I liked her. I liked him a lot. It's just
how the little sister had a lot more soul.
I really felt like they could have like made this a little more dramatic. They could have leaned in, like for like we said with Dirty Dancing. Like we weren't expecting like an abortion subplot and all this stuff. Like they were able to put like in like the class struggle. Like they were able to take like some heavier themes and put it into that movie, and it worked. Like this movie had the material where you could have put like these heavy themes, and they treated the revolution like it was nothing. And like they could have like amped some things up and maybe made you feel something. I mean, fuck, kill Javier's brother. Let's kill somebody.
Yeah, put a body in there.
Even Step Up, they killed Skinny. Like you could have killed
Skinny.
You could have killed Carlos. Like
don't worry, he's coming back in my extended universe.
Javier's mom, like my baby, my baby Carlos. But yeah, there's like no stakes. Like I felt like for what was happening in the background of this movie, they could have amped that up a little bit, and like I don't know, it was just very vanilla.
Yeah,
but it wasn't offensive in any way. Like I was like, you know what? It's okay.
I was offended.
I like the dance. So you were offended.
Well, you know what happened this week was my wife went out of town for work. Mm-hmm. She was gone for a few days, which doesn't happen a lot, you know, as adults, married adults. So, you know, I'm sitting down. I have my mountain of chicken nuggets and tater tots that I'm going to eat because nobody's around to tell me that that's fucking terrible for you.
Hey, that's fine.
I turn on my television. It fires right into Peacock. And what's on there? Front screen says, we know what you want to watch. Fucking live wrestling.
Yeah.
Like pro wrestling. I never watch live pro wrestling anymore. You know, that's the thing. I watched Sunday morning at 6 a.m. while I'm editing this podcast.
Yeah.
And what did I do? I skipped right past the fucking live pro wrestling and watched this movie instead. No. So yeah, I feel offended.
All right, well.
I could have watched Cuban men beating the shit out of each other for 2.5 hours, pretending to be Samoan guys.
Yeah.
And no. Instead, I watched this.
All right. Well,
so that definitely brings it down if it was to be any higher for me.
You're allowed to be offended, as is your right.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's try to pick something that's not going to offend you quite as much.
Hell yeah, man.
We are at 171.
We have number 132.
132. Call Me by Your Name.
Call Me by Your Name. That sounds very familiar.
This is a romance drama from 2017. It's the summer of 1983, and precocious 17-year-old Elio Perlman is spending the days with his family at their 17th century villa in Lombardy, Italy. Oh, he soon meets Oliver, a handsome doctoral student who's working as an intern for Elio's father. Amid the thunder and splendor of the surroundings, Elio and Oliver discover the heady beauty of awakening desire over the course of a summer that will alter their lives forever.
We getting a gay drama?
Gay drama, it's Pride Month.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
that works.
We're gonna end Pride Month with "Call Me by Your Name."
Do we have blue as the warmest color on here? Because I've heard stuff about that.
What
movie.
Is that?
That's a lesbian drama.
I'll replace it. I'll replace this with that.
Let's do it. I just remember that coming out and people going, "Whoa, that's a lot."
Oh, okay. So, all right, sweet. All right. Well, until next week, everyone. When we talk about "Call Me by Your Name," call us by our names. Say, hey, CJ. Hey, Jason. What's up? Reach out to us. Touch us.
That's a pro-level transition, folks.
I tried. It's a little funky. But no, wherever you get your podcasts at, like us, subscribe to us, tell your friends, share it. Let everybody know.
These guys from Smartless would be clapping for you
I can't say enough how surprised we are every time we get new listeners. And I mean, at this point, we've been doing this for well over a year. It shouldn't be so surprising to us that people want to listen to our voices, but like we've had a pretty good week. Like just
Yeah.
numbers are going up. Like I don't know why. So I think like whatever we're doing is working to an extent, and I feel like you people out there in some way are helping us because the more listeners we get, like the more we're causing a revolution in that algorithm because people are seeing us and we're getting in front of more ears, and it's working out. So I appreciate everyone. So please keep on spreading the word.
Validation is the nectar of the gods, man.
Hit that validate button.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Follow us on Facebook. CJ's making those sweet, sweet memes every week, which is probably another reason we're getting so many new listeners. I think those memes are just,
totally
I think the memes are, it's like honey to the bees. And
both those people on our Facebook love them.
reach out to us and tell us why you're listening, where you found us, what you like, what you don't like, suggest movies for us, all that stuff. So you can get us at you've.gotmails@yahoo.com, or you can just reach us on Facebook Messenger. CJ and I will both answer you and talk to you because we're lonely and, you know, we like human interaction.
That's true.
So, but until next time, everyone, when we discuss Call Me By Your Name, stay romantic, don't be shitty to each other.
Do you think Swayze and Russell ever got into it?
Russell?
Kurt Russell. I'm sorry, we can't use his last name as a name.
It's not the same. Totally different.